Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are focusing on the ease and simplicity of matching sets. Sometimes the simplest outfits make the biggest impact. Matching sets take all the guesswork out of getting dressed. You look effortless, polished, and perfectly put together in seconds. Now let's get into the simplicity of matching sets. This first look features Lauren Manoogian's baby alpaca wrap skirt with a matching tunic in this lovely toasted umber color. Because the aesthetic is so neutral and material driven, I find that these pieces serve as wardrobe anchors rather than trend items. I appreciate that these pieces were acquired around 8 years ago, and it looks just as modern today as it did in 2018. I can say that this is the case with all Lauren Manoogian pieces. Here, I'm wearing the tunic over the skirt for a more casual feel, but tucking in the tunic under the wrap skirt offers a touch of elegance. Both ways are beautiful, it just depends on what look you are striving for. I'm wearing my Pep Monjo combat boots in black suede, and really just about any pair of neutral shoes would work with this look. The bag is by MANDRN, and the simplicity of a fanny pack is all this look needs. I love this outfit. In a world that moves fast, simplicity can feel grounding. Matching sets remove the noise. No overthinking, no excess, just form, fabric, and proportion working together. This next look is all about the tiered design in the top and the skirt. Conceptually, I wouldn't think these pieces would work together because both pieces are abundant in fabric and could give the illusion of more weight. I'm generally speaking here when I say that most women aren't trying to look bigger than they are, and of course there are exceptions. These Lauren Manoogian pieces are hiding my shape, but I actually like this. The textile composition is Pima cotton and linen blend. I love the movement that I'm getting from this outfit thanks to the tiered detailing. I find the midnight blue color to be perfectly striking and a nice alternative to black. I repurposed the same combat boots by Pep Monjo from the previous look. Contemporary forms and materials combined with classic styles of craftsmanship are the inspiration for Pep Monjo. Casual and urban are the best words to describe Pep Monjo's work. Each pair of shoes are handmade and the details are impeccable. The bag is again by MANDRN, and I just love this look. I like the black and how it's popping against the midnight blue. And if it wasn't clear how much I love the design of the tier in the previous look, here it is again in this next look, but in an alpaca and linen blend in an oatmeal color. I have this dress in 2 colorways. I wore this dress before maternity, during, and post, and I just love how it works with your body in its various states. The tiered cardigan is completing the look. Usually when I think of sets, I think of a top and bottom combo, so I like the idea of having a dress jacket combo for a set. Knitwear is a strong part of the DNA behind Lauren Manoogian's clothing. Oversized sweaters, blanket-like scarves, relaxed silhouettes with luxurious yarns. This look has all of these components, even down to the baby alpaca socks, which are also by Lauren Manoogian. I'm going to tie the cardigan around the waist just to give it some shape, but I fully support embracing the vastness of the design. The shoes are by Steve Monjo in this beautiful toffee color, and this outfit is so comfortable I could sleep in it. What makes matching sets timeless is the material. Natural fibers, cotton, wool, alpaca bring warmth and dimension. Neutral tones allow the silhouette to speak. Each detail feels intentional. This next set is actually a maxi dress layered underneath a maxi skirt by Manoogian. I believe this is called the zigzag dress and shirt, but I'm not 100% certain of that. What I am certain of is this is extremely comfortable. These pieces are composed of a blend of super fine baby alpaca, extra fine merino wool, and silk. It's pretty thin, which is why I layered the skirt on top of the dress. The sort of puckered zigzagging pattern helps minimize the otherwise sheer fabric. Manoogian's work is rooted in textiles. Her deep knowledge of fibers and knit construction is central and reflected in this look. I'm wearing Steve Monjo artisanal sandals in this coffee color. Steve Monjo is a contemporary Spanish brand founded in 2007 on the idea of reinterpreting classic sandals, shoes, bags, and other small leather goods for a modern lifestyle. It's influenced by Spanish culture, travels, art, utility, and appreciation for the old. Steve Monjo focuses on designing essential items for every day and every journey. Every collection is timeless, functional, and sustainable. I love these shoes and will add more styles to my collection. The socks are by Manoogian and the bag is Cordera. For this next look, I am pairing two designers to create a set. The top is by the Roche, and I've layered it on top of my Roche dress. Both items are 100% cashmere. I was watching a review from a lovely content creator named Neelam Uhura, who is a collector and reviewer of the Roche. She mentioned one of the reasons the Roche reigns supreme is because their cashmere is a bit more luxurious than other high-end brands that work with cashmere. I don't know that this top is of a higher quality than the plethora of cashmere pieces in my arsenal, so maybe I just picked the wrong piece, but what I will say is that I have found the Roche cashmere by the yard at Mood, and when you touch it, you immediately understand why the Roche is so coveted. I do plan on picking up some the Roche fabric to make some custom pieces. The Roche dress is just lovely and featherweight. I love pairing these pieces together. It feels like I'm being gently kissed by a cloud. The combat boots, again, are by Pep Monjo, and the bag is by MANDRN. It's bringing functionality into this look. What I love about this look is that despite being completely tonal in color, there's contrast created by the mixture of matte and glossy black leather in the boots, as well as the glossy leather bag against the black cashmere shirt and dress. This is a perfect example of utilizing one color, but adding interest through texture. Sometimes the simplest looks say the most. There's nothing distracting about this look, just the soft texture of the cashmere speaking volumes. This next set is by Extreme Cashmere. I love this brand. Their tagline is "For everybody and everybody." The intention behind this brand is to cross generations and gender, one size, one material, all occasions. I also collect extreme cashmere, so I'll be doing a video specifically highlighting this brand. This set is very comfortable. I like that it's a casual, everyday, oversized t-shirt design, but in this thick cashmere textile. I'm not sure if it's 4-ply, but it feels like it could be. The skirt has pockets, which is always appreciated. And the skirt is slightly big on me, so while they do have one size fits all sizing, I do think this skirt isn't encompassing my size, which is usually an extra small or small. The boots are by Manoogian. It's alpaca lined and very comfortable. I do find their shoes to run small, so keep that in mind when ordering. The bag is by Cordera, and I love the size. I couldn't resist the color here in this next look. The cinnamon color is screaming fall, and it's a nice departure from my usual neutral color palette. It has notes of brown, so still technically a neutral, but the pink tone makes it less so. The composition is a baby alpaca and merino wool blend. It has a nice thickness to it, so I usually only wear this in the cooler months. I had to pair this set with the Manoogian tall boots in brown leather because I am a lover of tonal dressing. And the leather handcrafted bag that I made is the final touch. I just love this bag. I may be biased, but I think it's the perfect crossbody from the size, the suppleness of the leather, the shade of brown. I can't wait to make more of these. I'd like to make a large and extra large version and maybe another variation with gussets. I wanted this bag to lay flat against my body, but I think a gusseted bag would be nice too. I once proclaimed that I'm just not a handbag girl, and it turns out that I am. I'm not a fan of most of the brands that I find these days. I just want simplicity. I just want a bag that gets the job done and is very minimal in design and can work with a multitude of looks. And I find that these bags that I've been making for myself are my ideal type of bag. True simplicity isn't about having less, it's about choosing what feels right. Matching sets invite you to slow down, to consider the details, and to find elegance in the everyday. This look is comprised of this wool and baby alpaca blend pleated maxi skirt with a drop waist. It is very heavy, which is perfect for the cooler temperatures. The skirt has a yoke waist, and I find that to be the most flattering approach when also incorporating pleats. Several years ago, I made the mistake of buying a silk pleated skirt, and it made my hips look much bigger than they were, despite the thinness of the silk. If you want to accentuate your hips, the pleats at the waist is a great way to do that. Otherwise, a smooth yoke panel can provide a smooth, supportive fit at the waist and create a slimming effect, while the gathered skirt portion can prevent the hip line from appearing wider. This design helps define the waist and balance the silhouette. There's a pleated sweater that accompanies this skirt. I did not pair it with this skirt because it's very heavyweight and I didn't want to feel weighed down. The sweater I chose for this set is the baby alpaca merino wool blend in a matching gray color. It's lightweight and perfect for this look. The bag is by Cordera. Cordera is where artful color meets artisanal details. It's led by two sisters, Monica and Maria, who believe that ethical fashion can directly impact the future of our planet. The shoes are by Steve Mono, and I challenge you to find a more comfortable pair of shoes. The socks are by Manoogian in baby alpaca, And I used to consider socks an afterthought in my wardrobe, but socks really can help create a dynamic look. It can also help tie in your sets. I think what makes matching sets timeless is the material. Natural fibers, cotton, wool, alpaca, silk, they bring warmth and dimension. Neutral tones allow the silhouette to speak. Each detail feels intentional, from the drape to the quiet structure of a sleeve or hem. Matching sets become a foundation for everyday dressing. Adaptable, understated, and refined. Add a structured coat for contrast or a fluid coat for soft uniformity like the one in this look. This is minimalism that feels lived in, not restricted, and ease that moves with you. This is a Pima cotton tier skirt in beige with an alpaca linen blend top in a matching color. I'm wearing it with tan alpaca socks by Manoogian and Steve Mono artisanal sandals. And this is the bag that I handcrafted. And this Manoogian long shawl cardigan is in a warm caramel color. It's a nice substantial weight in alpaca, and this is truly a special piece that I will keep forever. When I received this jacket, I literally squealed with excitement and didn't want to take it off. It's truly exquisite, so exquisite that I had to have it in another color that you'll see in the next look. And here we have the long shawl cardigan by Manoogian in this beautiful gray color. I'm wearing the layer skirt in a Pima cotton and baby alpaca blend and the matching base layer top. The gray skirt has a slight green tinge to it. The shirt is lightweight, and while the skirt is of the same material, the extra layer on the skirt does make it feel a little heavier. I find the layer to be an interesting detail. However, I wouldn't recommend wearing this skirt if your water retention is high, because it will absolutely accentuate or draw attention to your midsection. You can adjust the layer panel to fall more or less, which is nice. I'm wearing Coquelicot boots in a gray color and my MANDRN fanny pack in this muted mint color. I thought it tied really nicely with the green tones that are coming out of the base layer shirt and the layer skirt. What I love about matching sets is that while all of these looks today were a matching pair, you can easily mix and match each of the pieces and do color swaps and still have it look a bit cohesive because I'm using a neutral color palette. I oftentimes separate the pieces and wear them with other items in my wardrobe. And this was the final look. I could talk endlessly about my love of matching sets. They're so wonderful, but my most cherished set are these two charming boys. Anyhow, I hope this inspires you to embrace balance and ease in what you wear, one thoughtful piece at a time. There's so many facets to my style, so please consider subscribing so I can continue to share more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!